to find out who will be the gold medalist in this 2018 World Powerlifting African Championships in the men's up to 72 weight division. Our officials are in place, and very shortly the first of our athletes will be as well. It will be the first of 3 Algerians taking part. Houssam Boudiaf, one of the junior competitors as well. You can just see exiting the screen there. He will shortly be coming onto the stage and getting the show on the road in the men's up to 72 kg at the Algiers 2018 World Powerlifting African Championships, coming up after this. There we have it. There is the buzzer for the start of session 2 of day 3. Thank you very much for being alongside us here for the Algiers 2018 World Powerlifting African Championships. So whether this is the first session you have watched or you've been with us all the way through this weekend, we hope you sat ready and comfortable for the action to come this afternoon. So here we have Houssam Boudiaf of Algeria going first, and there are 2 juniors taking part in this event, both from Algeria, and they're both battling for that junior gold medal. So Houssam Boudiaf here trying to lift 50k, which is 20k less than his body weight. Important to get a strong start under his belt. Has he managed that? No lift. 2 red lights against him, 1 in favour, and of course it's a case of majority ruling when it comes to the referees. So Houssam Boudiaf will have to come back in his second attempt and try and conquer 50 on that occasion. It just seemed to me that there's a lack of balance between his 2 arms on that lift. May get a better angle of that here. Just didn't quite look sturdy enough. Wasn't very much an upward motion perpendicular. It seemed to be drifting over his head, and that is where the officials will have called against him. So how will his fellow Algerian and fellow junior competitor for Salah Eddine Daho? It's very much a warm reception for him as well as he comes onto the stage. No surprise about that. He is aiming here to lift 55k. Well, that looked better from Dahol, but again, the officials not giving him the benefit of the doubt. So, work to be done for our Algerian junior pair. And it won't be long before they are back on the stage, and you can see the Algerian coach there just writing down the number of kilograms that he wants Salah ad-Din Dahol to face in round 2. Of course, you cannot go down in weight with each attempt, which is why it's important to choose wisely on your first attempt, but you can still go up even if you don't succeed. So the first of our senior competitors in this competition, and actually the first Ugandan we've had all weekend. It's Mohammed Neagle, and he is aiming here to lift 115. Each athlete and their coach are allowed up to 5 minutes before the start of the session to change the opening weight, and initially on the start list Neagle was put down as lifting 80k, but now he'll be lifting 115 instead, as he comes here to Algiers in the hope of a medal. It will be 3 out of 4 that will be back on the podium later on, and this is the first step for Mohammed Neagle to try and be a part of that trio. 115k the lift. Look pretty tidy to me, and it does to all 3 officials as well. First successful lift of the session, and it's Mohammed Neagle of Uganda, the oldest competitor taking part in this event at the age of 40, and showing that experience can pay dividends. A lift there of 115, very much a job well done from him. So it could be a scrap for bronze between Neagle, who we just saw, and this man, Mohammed Neagle of Libya. 28-year-old who we last saw at the 2014 World Championships, where he finished 12th. His lift that day was a very impressive 137. If he can lift that well today, then surely he will get a bronze medal from this competition. It will be difficult to break the glass ceiling for silver due to Bilal Bouchefra of Algeria and Namdi Innocent of Nigeria to come being very strong powerlifters indeed. Salah, the youngest of our seniors, looking to get a strong start under his belt. Seemed okay, but did seem also that the left arm was a bit more dominant than the right in that lack of balance, that lack of symmetry going against Mohammed Neagle there. And it's a no lift from him in round 1. Well, 3 out of our 4 competitors failing to get the all clear from our officials. But now one of the favourites for a medal, probably favourite for silver, Bilal Bouchefra, coming up next. 144 is the target that he and his coach have set. And the Algerian coming to the stage now, just about in one piece. Hopefully Bouchefra's powerlifting is better than his coach's driving. Has been a busy time for the Algerian coach. He's up there with every single one of his Algerian athletes, 3 times alone in this event, but through every session he is present, as Algeria with a 24 strong squad made sure that they've given their nation's best powerlifters an opportunity to experience these home championships. Here goes Bouchefra then, 144 the lift. Crowd are impressed, and the officials are as well. Bilal Bouchefra unscathed after attempt number 1. Well, it was swiftly done from Bilal Bouchefra, but he made sure that it wasn't an erratic approach. So now the bar being loaded with 170k, and this will be for Namdi Innocent. He is the heaviest of our competitors, not by an awful lot, 70.7, makes him 0.4 heavier than Musab Ghazala. But here he is, bronze medalist from Rio 2016, 5th at the World Championships in 2017. 11 years since he took up the sport. His coach Patience Igbiti with him on the stage now. As Namdi Innocent of Nigeria looks to lift 170, which will put him in first position after the first round of lifts. It's a good lift and a super start for Namdi Innocent. And there's a really good vibe around the Nigerian camp at the moment. They're very confident coming into these championships that they would be able to gain great success. And they've certainly done just that. And that world record in the previous session by Bosa Omaleo will only have added further confidence within the Nigerian ranks. So that's the current standings after round 1 in the senior competition. You see Innocent ahead of Bouchefra and Neagle. 3 of our competitors yet to successfully lift. Our 2 juniors, Daho and Boudiaf from Algeria, and also Ghazala of Libya as well. Here we go then with round 2, and it's Hussam Boudiaf looking to just finish what he started, or try to start at least, in this competition. Once again having a crack at 50k, and this time wanting the strapping as well. See the seats empty here in the Hacha Hassan Arena. They're usually for when this event hosts handball, basketball, volleyball as well. 8,000 spectators able to cram in to this venue. No lift again from Hussam Boudiaf, and he's struggling just to get that even lift with the right and the left arm. The bar's going up, but you can see one arm's doing more work than the other, and I think his coach is just illustrating that to him there. You can just see the bar as it was going up there, leaning further towards his left and our right as we look, rather than just a straight vertical lift. So 2 failures from Hussam Boudiaf in the junior category. Someone's got to win the gold medal. Will it be his fellow countryman Salah Eddin Daho, who is going for a second attempt at 55? Same problem for him. First time around really. Just like Hussam Boudiaf, just that balance on the bar. Certainly a weight he's capable of lifting. Just got to do it cleanly enough. Seem better, but the officials do not concur. One of the 3 liking it, the other 2 not, and that's what's important. So it's going to go down to the final round between the 2 junior Algerian competitors. More words of wisdom from the coach, who's probably echoing what he said a few moments ago to Boudiaf. Second attempt now for Mohammed Neagle of Libya. Tried 120 on his first go and wasn't successful. He's now upping the ante for 122. Keen to still make progress despite wasting his first lift. Very stern look on his face. This man means business. Again, if you look at how vertical that was, you'll see that it was a successful lift from Mohammed Neagle. 3 out of 3, and this time he does get a score on the board, so 122 puts him in 3rd spot ahead of Mohammed Neagle. But the Ugandan is about to come next, and he's about to come with a lift superior to that of Neagle. The aim will be 125. As you see that lift again from Garsala, really giving it his all, but his arms not deterred at all by the weight being pressurised upon them. So Mohammed Neagle looks to bite back in the battle for bronze. Neagle and Bilal Bouchefra, the lightest two competitors here. The rest of the seniors all 70 plus. As Neagle goes for 125. The arms trembling a wee bit, but were they sturdy enough to make the lift count? They were. And that's all that matters. Of course your arms are going to tremble a wee bit with such weight being applied upon them, but still about making sure that the form is right. There's a consistency, a fluidity in the way that that bar is raised, and Mohammed Neagle managed that, and the big relief for him is that he's back into third position going into the final round, and he applies a bit of pressure on Moussab Garsala of Libya. Bilal Bouchefra up next, looking to consolidate that silver, which really is his now. Again, difficulty to get him in on the stage, but it didn't ruffle his feathers on the first occasion. I doubt it will this time around either, but we will wait and see. 151 the target for Bouchefra, who is lifting here far more than he did at the 2014 World Championships, where we last saw him when he finished 11th, albeit he has put on 10k since then. But the 10k extra in body weight is at the moment translating to an extra 20k or so in terms of weight he can lift. Can he lift 151? Look pretty strong that from Bilal Bouchefra, but the officials disagree, despite the noise coming from the crowd. All three Algerians on this second round failing to get their lift nailed on. But he's still in second, and he will stay second so long as no one beats 144. And I don't think they will. Garsala and Neagle behind him are going to be scrapping it out for bronze with a weight of around 130, you'd suspect, on the final round. So Bilal Bouchefra, the 34-year-old, will hope to master 151 at least in the final attempt. But the final attempt of this round will once again lie with Nnamdi Innocent of Nigeria. He's going from 170 here to 185. This man is licking his lips and purring at the prospect of winning this gold medal in style. Still 33k off of the African record. But as far as Innocent is concerned, the closer and closer he gets to 200, the better he is. And it was 210 that he lifted in Rio 2016 for that bronze medal. I'll be surprised though if we see him go to 200 today, but you never know. First though, in his weight, is 185 kg. And it looks like he has conquered it as well. The officials agree. 2-1 verdict. And Innocent going up from 170 to 185 there. Will he go up another 15 and treat us to a lift of 200? We will wait and see. But at the end of round 2, it is Nnamdi Innocent who is the man to beat. And beaten, I don't think he will be. A man in great form, and the gold medal more or less his now. Just look at the weight on that bar. And Innocent made it look like he was lifting up a dog or something like that. It was made to look very easy indeed. And he is top on 185. Bouchefra second on 144. Neagle in third, and that's going to go right down to the wire, that between him and Mosabgar Salah. Boudiaf and Dahor, the two juniors below them, with a bit of work to do. They need to get a lift on the board to have a chance at that junior gold medal. Here's Houssam Boudiaf then with his final lift, and again he's sticking at 50k. Again it was a little bit wavy, and again the officials not rating it, and disappointment for Houssam Boudiaf, but it's far more for him than just 3 lifts. It's about the whole experience of being at an international championships right on your doorstep, and he's got a lot to work on. He knows that, his coaches know that as well, but he certainly will work on it, and this will be a token of an incentive to come back and improve in the future. So junior gold is on the table. Will Salah Eddin Dahor, also of Algeria, finally accept the invitation to top the podium? Feeling good spirits as he was coming onto the stage. Weighs 2.2k lighter than that of Boudiaf, but still resolutely sticking by the 55k. Will it be third time lucky? Seemed confident, but not adequate, and he will be gutted. Really attacked that lift with purpose, maybe rushed it a wee bit and didn't nail his form. Again, that right arm just more dominant than the left in the end. But just 19 years of age, he's turned 20 in a month's time. Salah Eddin Dahor will be back. So our juniors, fortunately, will not be getting any reward for their efforts. But will Mossab Garsala be getting a senior medal for his? It's on the table here, and he set himself a bit of a target with 130. He's not been lifting these sort of weights on the international scale for a few years now. But he has to strike a balance in this sort of situation. He's going first ahead of his rival Mohammed Neagle, so he needs to set a weight that he can lift, but also one that he feels that Mohammed Neagle can't lift. It's really about throwing your chips on the table at this point in the competition. It's your final attempt, you've got to go for it. Mossab Garsala with nothing to lose in that respect, but perhaps a lot to gain. Well, the coach, the crowd, everyone urging that bar up, but not up adequately enough. And so Mossab Garsala's challenge for bronze is nothing but a challenge in the end, and an unsuccessful one at that. The Libyan really giving the bar the eyes there, and just squeezing it up, but not in the form that the officials would like it to be done in. So the pressure off the shoulders of Mohammed Neagle, who has got a bronze seal now, but as you see his face coming onto the stage, certainly not party time yet for him. Business still to be done, and a lift of 130 to master. Now the reason why he would have won the bronze even if Mossab Garsala had lifted that previous one and Neagle lifted this is because on the head-to-head Mohammed Neagle is 2.9k lighter, so this is why he's gone for the same weight as Mossab Garsala was aiming. But of course Garsala failed. Neagle now, for his own personal achievement, is looking to get 130, and boy, he looks ready. I don't think that's going to make the cut, but still a bronze medal from these African Championships for Mohammed Neagle of Uganda, their first competitor of the weekend and their first bit of glory as well. So big well done to him. He will be back on the podium a little bit later on. Just unfortunate there, he couldn't quite shove that bar up with sufficient style for the officials. Just having a couple of technical malfunctions in the venue here with the music and the announcements, but nevertheless the show goes on. And for Bilal Bouchefra, the best bit of the show yet to be to come. So it's for a lift of 151, which is the same weight he attempted in the previous round. Well, look better than the previous round. And it's a good lift as well. Bilal Bouchefra, silver medalist here at the African Championships, and he's finished it with a lift of 151. Really good stuff from him. It's been a difficult competition for a lot of our competitors. It only looks as though the Nigerian Nnamdi Innocent will get 3 out of 3 if, of course, he succeeds in his final lift. But Bilal Bouchefra getting 2 out of 3, the best of them being 151. Now time for Nnamdi Innocent of Nigeria. So 200k, and he still can go heavier, but for now he just wants to hit the double century to really add the gloss to his gold medal. Well, not his most convincing lift, but despite that, it's still a good one. His previous 2 have been flawless. That one getting just the 2 white lights out of 3, but still good enough for Nnamdi Innocent's best lift to go down as 200. He, of course, can get a 4th go should he feel as though he can lift the bar a bit higher and go for the world record of 228. I don't think that's going to happen, though, realistically. But nevertheless, Nnamdi Innocent getting the gold medal, the African champion. And I feel like the best from him is still yet to come. Real promise being shown there from the 37-year-old. Born in Owerri, living now in Abeokuta in Nigeria. And he will be added to what is developing into a long list of Nigerian champions. Well, they have another one in the men's up to 72. Silver for Bouchefra and bronze for Neagle. Unfortunately, our 2 junior competitors, Budiaf and Daho, not able to get that elusive junior gold medal. Neither of them registering a valid lift. The medal presentation for the men's senior up to 72 weight category will be coming up very shortly indeed. Do make sure you join us for that. It'll be coming up in a short while. So there's the medal ceremony for the men's up to 72 kilogram weight division for the Algiers 2018 World Powerlifting African Championships. Another medal for Algeria as they claim the silver in this one. A first medal of the weekend for Uganda and Mohammed Neagle. But yet another gold for Nigeria, and the favourite Nnamdi Innocent not disappointing one bit. Special moment this for Mohammed Neagle. A proud moment for his country as well. Bilal Bouchefra of Algeria getting the silver medal then. And again, the camera's out for those of an Algerian persuasion, of which there are many of them, as you may expect. But the green and white of Nigeria, again with a gold to go to their ever-extending catalogue of achievements from this weekend's championships. Nnamdi Innocent claiming it with that lift of 200 ultimately being his best lift. And once again the Nigerian national anthem will play loud and proud in the Hacha Hassan Arena as Nigeria and Nnamdi Innocent get gold. So our medalists taking their final few images, part of the dignitary process here at the Algiers 2018 World Powerlifting African Championships. And as they now exit the stage, we leave behind the men's up to 72k competition and look ahead to session 3 of the day, the halfway point of this final day of action here at these Powerlifting African Championships. We've got the women up next with the up to 86 and over 86 classification competition, the final 2 women's events of the weekend. That starts at 3:15, so a bit of a break for now, 2 hours to be precise. Make sure you're back for that, the women's final events of the weekend here at the Algiers 2018 World Powerlifting African Championships. For now, from me, Jonathan Bell, and everyone here in Algiers, goodbye.